Hello, everybody. Welcome to MC Amakhosi Venture. And this is something I'm sure like, comment, subscribe. Kaizer Chiefs 1, Blue Bunny City 0. What a game! What a game! What a game! I would say it's a game of two halves. One can say in terms of chances, not in terms of ball position, because we had like ball position, but ball position does not win you games, and we all know that ball position doesn't win you game. And also, if you are not taking your chances, shooting at goal, you're never gonna score. Like that was a mistake that I would say that we did yesterday. We did not have so many chances at goal. I mean, first half we did not have any shot at all at goal, and I was worried. I was worrying. I was asking myself, really, how are we gonna score if we are not shooting at goal? And yeah, sure. Let me get into it. I'll start from the starting lineup just to check if there are any changes. So in the starting lineup, it was Vuma, Hlanti, Dove, Msimango, Frosla, Matt, Mteto, Nkosipilo Ngcobo, Modi, Saile, and Chivaviro. So, and then on the bench, it was Peterson, Kwinika, Castillo, Njabulo Ngcobo, Zwane, Gonzalez, Shabalala, Mashiane, and Radev. So this is the exact 18-man squad that played against Morocco Swallows. Exactly. I mean, last game, Vuma started. He started on this game. There was the change that we saw in the game from that she played with Morocco Swallows, and then Castillo came from the bench, and even on this game he came from the bench. And yeah, I mean, I thought that Castillo would be in the starting lineup. I thought that Castillo would be in the starting lineup. Then we're gonna. Oh, Matt. I did not count Matt because I thought that his injury was serious. But yeah, he came back. Obviously, he's fully fit. He's full of running and all those things. So there are things that I am not happy about. So starting lineup, Vuma kept the starting lineup. So he played 2 games consecutively now, and he kept the clean sheet. And then kept the clean sheets, and he won his second game in a row. So since he's been keeping, he has won 2 games, and yeah, kept clean sheets again. Yeah, Mashiane wasn't used this time around because he came in this time around because last game he did not come in against Swallows. Hlanti, question marks again. But yeah, I'm gonna go into detail. But one thing that I would say that the 4-3-3 seem to be working under this coach. There were not enough space, or there were not spaces rather, in between the players like we would see under Ntegi. Because under Ntegi, there were so many spaces between the players, but yeah, same formation that Ntegi employed is the same formation that CJ employed last game. So I was worried because these guys, because they had so many chances. Their first chance, like really chance, you would say it came in the 14 minutes. 14 minutes, they played the ball behind Hlanti. Hlanti already is overlapping. They play the ball behind Hlanti. And you know, obvious who's supposed to mark for him, to cover for him. It's not the right, it's not the left winger, but it's going to be who? It's going to be Dove. Why? Because that's why we're playing a left-footed centre back on the left, so that this guy will go and cover on the left. And then supposedly this is what is supposed to be happening. So Hlanti is there up front, and then they play the ball behind him, and then this guy Dove is supposed to cover him, and then your Msimango comes your number left center back now automatically, and then your Frosla comes to be like in the center now, and then leaves the right back, and then comes the center back. That's how it works, this system. Or then Matt or Mteto in this case drops in and come and add the center back, and then we keep the shape of 4 at the back. That's how the system works, or that's how it should work. Either side, and then Hlanti becomes the left center back, Dove becomes the right center back, and then Msimango needs to come and play the right back, say that Frosla is up front. So yesterday they played the ball behind Hlanti. Hlanti is nowhere to be found. Dove wants to cover his partner, so to say. Wants to come and cover this guy, cover Hlanti, but also he's late to react. And the guy played the ball very early inside the box. Guess what? Now Msimango is inside Mtetwa is not here to cover him, and Frozler is not even around to cover him. Then now Msimango is left with one player to mark. So it's like one-on-one. No one is sweeping between now the two center backs because Dove is there on the left. They played the ball in. The guy headed the ball, and Vuma, like, yeah, he had a good game, and then he just parried the ball outside. There was a corner. Same corner, 14 minutes, 15 minutes now into the corner, 15 minutes, same thing happens. They take the corner. So we are attacking from the left to the right of the screen. Same corner now is taken on the right. It's taken in, it's played behind. It's played behind last pole. Hlanti is there, and Hlanti is marking almost 3 players by himself. Hlanti is marking 3 players by himself. Marking 3 players by himself. He tries to jump, and then there are 2 players behind the player that he was marking. And then they headed the ball inside. It's coming back now. So it's like tennis, it's coming back. It came back. The player of Polokwane is by himself. Msimango is not here, is not covering. Dove is not here to cover this guy. This guy turned. Acrobatic kick. A scissor kick. Like close range to Vuma. Close range to Vuma. Like because of his reflexes yesterday, we're kept in the game. Because of his reflexes, we won the game. Vuma like just pet the ball. He just like did like this and he pet the ball. It went to the post and then went back to the field of play and then we cleared the ball. In a space of a minute, 2 chances we could have considered. 2 chances we could have considered. Had it not been for Vuma, that game we could have lost. Third attempt came from there. Remember I said to you that we did not have any shots on target in the first half. That attempt comes from there. Their striker is before the players. Like, it's before our defenders. Not Hlanti. Dove and Msimango, they are far from the striker. So they're just marking each other, you can say. He receives the ball and then he turns. I'm like, but why are you not closing down this guy? Close down this guy, like with sense of agency. Close down this guy. Let him not turn because he's looking his own direction. He turned the guy. He shoot. The ball went above the post. Thank God. But my question is, how are we marking? How are we marking? We let their players turn in the box. 10 in the box. No one is closing them down. And there seems to have been a bit of miscommunication between the two, Msimango and Dove, because I did not really see who's the sweeper and who is marking. Seems as if they wanted to do the same thing. Sit at the back or go and sweep, and then the ball is played behind them, and then sometimes it's an offside, sometimes it's not an offside. So their communication needs to be better. They are pairing. They need to work on it. They need to work on it and discuss who's marking and who is sweeping to watch the loose balls. And they should talk that we can't afford to let a striker turn inside the box, because that's what happened yesterday. Dove had, yes, I hear people saying that he had a good game, and sure, you can say he had a good game, but he was found wanting now and again because he always wanted to go and cover Hlanti. And then he's leaving Msimango behind. And if he's leaving Msimango behind, Frozler is nowhere to be found to make sure that he's the additional center back. So yeah, we made mistakes at the back. Like, yeah, our back line wasn't solid enough had it not been for Vuma in the first half especially. Telling you, we could be talking a different story now. Yes, we won. We could be talking a different story. And then there was a ball that this guy, the ball that this guy came to cover Dove, where he came between the player and Vuma. He came and then he intercepted the ball, and I was like, that was good marking. He used his pace, he used his strength, his timing as well. And I would find your CDM, your Mtetwa coming to drop, receiving the ball. I was like, Mtetwa had one of the good games yesterday. I think he's continuing where he left off against your Swallows. Like, he had one of the good game. He was one of the standout players for me. He will come and drop in between. That's how CDMs they play. They come and drop into the between the center backs, because center backs now they're spreading wide, and then the wing backs they go and add in the middle, and then we have so many players in the middle. That's why you've been seeing of late your Tlandi are going inside, your Frost are going inside, because the center back, the CDM is coming to drop between the two center backs who become the left back and the right back to collect the ball. And this is the person who will operate like a marshal, say that pass the ball here, one touch, pass the ball, 10 here, comes and drops, receive the ball, and then he plays quick 1-2s. He plays those 1-2s, or he switches the ball. And he's good, he's having good long range passes as well. Like he played very well yesterday, and he's the one who would initiate some of the pressing. Like you'd find him as a center back going to initiate a pressing. One would say that no, but he shouldn't be the one who's pressing. And sure, I agree with you. He shouldn't be the one who's pressing, because he's supposed to be staying at the back and cover the defense, stay in the middle and cover the defense. But you will see him going up front to initiate those pressing, and he's good at doing that. And he's winning the ball, like so many balls, and he enjoys going forward. But he needs to be disciplined before they expose us in the middle. But other than that, he had a very good game yesterday. He had a very, very good game yesterday. He was one of those that I would say that he was my man of the match. First half, these guys, they had like 3 corners in 30 minutes. 3 corners in 30 minutes. So 3 corners in 30 minutes, and then around the 60th minute, they had like 7 corners versus 2-0. And then we started having our corners but yeah, back to the game, analyzing the game. There's a guy that I saw from them. This is the same guy who gave Sundowns hard times. This is the same guy who gave Sundowns hard time. I don't know his name, like if it's correct. If I misspelled it or mispronounced it, please, sorry. It's Apolis. He reminded me of Chabupule. Yeah, before you shoot me and say that he's not Chabupule and we are hyping players, he reminded me, Sanele Mchol, of Chabupule. The way he runs, his runs, like his stature, he reminded me of Chabupule, how he drops to receive the ball, because he would drop from the wing, come inside, it also cuts inside, and then we have those passes to those players that are dropping to the wide where he's supposed to be, because he did not really stay inside, or didn't stay outside. He would come inside. If not coming inside, he would just check on players, like using his speed and his skill, his ball control, and in him running with the ball. Not so many players are able to run with the ball. I'm not talking about the player who push the ball, let's run, but players who will keep the ball close to their feet and run with speed, and who can beat you with speed. Is that kind of a player. Like Jampulu used to do that, run with the ball, and then would kill you, like would just dribble you with the ball on his feet. He did that yesterday, and I was like, wow, this guy is marvel to watch. He was their standout player yesterday. I saw something in him that I was like, you know what, this guy reminds me of Chabupule. I don't know his age. I mean, your cover of the best of Kaizer Chiefs said that this guy should go and get, and sure, because I mean, I watched the game yesterday and I was like, you know, this guy was their standout player, and how he marks and how he runs with the ball, and how many times that he would take on players. He isn't afraid of taking on players. He would take on players, drop inside, pass the ball on the wing, or tries and shoots, because there was that save that Vuma made in the second half where this guy cuts inside as well. They opened for him. He shot the ball, and Vuma had to go on his left, and yeah, he put the ball for a corner kick. And I'm like, this guy is really marvelous to watch. Before your Sundowns go and sign this guy, we need this guy. Let's have competition. It might be a good competition for your Saile, might be a good competition for your Modi, because Botswana at the moment, it doesn't look like he's gonna play much. I mean, he hasn't been around in the starting lineup or even on the bench. Same with your Matlou, same with your Solomons. I'm asking myself, coach, what's happening? Why are you not playing your Matlou? Why are you not playing your Solomons? Why are you not playing your Botswana, especially Matlou? Because yesterday, our wingers were the ones that were operating, were the ones who were giving us options and who were threats for us. Like Saile, Modi, like they'll take on players, cross the board. Sometimes you find that Saile will take on the player and then will close his eyes and then will try and cross the ball. But I'm like, But Sahile, you don't have a right foot, but still you don't have your head up. The final decision of Sahile yesterday was off. It was off. It was off. And he'll shoot a ball when he's supposed to pass. And when he's supposed to be confident, have the ball in his feet and take one more touch, he wants to cross the ball and then he lands to no man's land. But yeah, Modi played very well as well, was one of our standard players. Modi was one of our standard players yesterday as well. How he would run and how he would take on players and cross the ball. Yeah, he was one of our players. And then yeah, first half we went to the half without us shooting, without us having a ball at goal, never mind on targets, at goal. We did not have. Second half, 48 minutes. Sorry, 48 minutes. Ranga is the first guy who had a shot on, not on target, but shot at goal at least. And then it went wide. A beautiful turn from him. And then he took the ball with his left. And then it went just above the post. And then 58 minutes. Santi plays the ball with venom, with so much speed to Ranga. He traps the ball and then it still bounces. And then he turns and then he sees Modi on his right. Sees Modi, then he plays the ball. Ranga is this side, Modi is here. He plays the ball. Ranga crosses and comes to where comes to the right, to the left now where Modi is playing. Modi, because this guy Ranga is pulling two players, he's pulling his defender, he's pulling the other CDM. I mean, they are center back as well, so he's pulling two center backs, the right back and the center back. He's pulling them. Then they follow him, and then as they see that he was a decoy, that he was not gonna be past the ball, they are reacting late because now this guy is running inside. Modi is cutting inside, and he's cutting inside. He's pulling them. The goalkeeper is following the ball. As he's following the ball, and then he leaves so much space on his right. Modi, that's where he shot the ball. It was a beautiful play by Ranga. Beautiful goal by Modi. Had Ranga did not make that run, never mind the pass. Had Ranga did not make that run, I'm telling you, Modi, if he wanted to cut inside, he was going to be marked by two players. But because Ranga pulled the two players with him, it opened a space for Pule Modi to take a shot, and he scored. And Modi now has scored 4 goals in 12 games. 4 goals in 12 games. I think that's like 40% or so. I'm not sure about the stats, but I think that's like 40%. And you'd say to me, but this guy hasn't really scored so many goals. Sure, he hasn't scored so many goals. At some point, his form, it dipped, and he was becoming selfish at some point. And then I think slowly now but surely he's getting back there, and he's repaying this coach, because I mean, he's starting his second game under this coach, starting second if not third game under this coach. And you say that, but he's supposed to be playing game in and game out. Not really. That's why we have competition, but he's proving that, you know what, he wants to play for this team, and he's doing well. When last did you hear that our players, they have 4 goals and they're playing wingers? I mean, we don't have wingers who are really chipping in goals other than your Duprees. Other than Duprees, we don't have wingers who are chipping in goals. But yeah, this guy yesterday, yeah, he played very well. And then you had your Sahile. Sometimes it's 3 versus 2. And instead of passing the ball, he looks down and then he wants to shoot. And then he will cut inside and then he shoots. And sure, he demanded 2 saves from their keeper, from Polokwane's keeper. But sometimes you need to pass, because there was a time where it was 3-on-2 where Matt opened for him and then did not pass him, but instead he went on, took on a player, and then he shot the ball. Yes, it was a save, but please, Sahile, you are not a striker at the moment. You are playing as a winger. So head up, see who's opening up, and pass the ball. Yeah, we really had a good game second half, because that's when we started taking shots. That's when we started having corners and first half, yeah, we were dead in terms of having shots on target, but second half we started having so many shots on target, and Vuma kept us in the game. three saves that were really visible in the game that I would say were noticeable. And then, yeah, but he must work on his distribution. His distribution is still leaving question marks, because, yeah, if it's not going outside, it's going to go to an opponent or no man's land. He needs to work on those things. Once he works on those things, I'll be happy with him. But for now, I would say that I'm quite happy for his performance, and I think that he deserves to play even more games now going forward. And yeah, let's see how we go from here. Let's see how we go from here. And the coach was asked, like, hey, do you think that you have turned the corner? I was like, no, but how can we turn the corner when we still, yes, we won two games. Yes, we are building. We see what we're building, but there's still a long way to go. So let us not put pressure on these guys. And yeah, I would say that I'm happy with where we are under coach CJ. We have played 5 games and he has won 3 games. We have played 5, he has won 3 and lost 2. So he does not have a draw. So out of 15 points, he has taken 9 points, so which means he has dropped 6 points. Not bad, one can say, but if you are dropping guys like your Matlou and you're putting them like on the stands, and here in the middle, because Simpilangabo is not offering us much and is not really marking and is not really penetrating the defense, having those passes that are defense splitting, and then you come and then you bring in Castillo in the 70 minutes and he's not really an attacking midfielder, and people think, yes, he loves going forward and he can make those late runs and then he scores it, but is he creative? Some would say yes, he's creative, but I don't think that he'll be creative as your Matlou. So we died in the second half when this guy left, when Ngobo was dropped. We really died. We did not really have any chances created. Even when he was there, we did not really have chances through him, except that he would pass the ball on the wingers. But penetrate here, take on players. Number 10s, they take on players. This number 10 of ours that we have doesn't really take on players. And his first touch, always, it looks like he's suspect, if not suspect, but he's always pressed down because it's a bit slow. And then they take the ball. Because Shabalala came in, did not really see much of the ball, and then Jabulo came in, then yeah, he had his chances to clear the ball, and but it was late already. It was really late already, and then Gonzalez came in, and people are booing him, and I'm like, but whoa, 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 why are you booing this guy? How many chances did he get? How many chances did you create for him for you to boo him? I did not see anything wrong that he did yesterday. But people, yeah, always people and have different opinions. But tell me your thoughts, guys. What do you think of this game? What do you think of the chances we created? What are we getting right, and what are we getting wrong? Where's the coach getting right, and where's the coach getting it wrong? Let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, on to the next game now. I think it's a just play. Let's see where we end this season. Let's see where we end this season. But as for me, I'm out. Amakhosi channel FC. Sanele Mjolo. Love you. Bye.